Well, okay. Let me try. And I will, cause I'm curious, but I'll give it a try and lay cure wounds on Talion.
Okay. How much does he get back?
He gets 9 hit points back.
Okay, he's definitely doing a little bit better. He got some pretty heavy hits on him though.
Sure.
While you're kind of looking him over and doing that though, you notice that there seems to be some fluid almost leaking out, coming down his chest and his shoulder. And looking at the jar that is currently holding the brain in, you notice that the fluid in there is probably down a good inch and a half.
Yeah. Steal!
What?
Here, now!
Coming! And I'll run that way.
All right, so you see the liquid, and you can smell the amniotic fluid that's filling this brain jar. It's just you can tell that something got cracked, and it's like a slow leak coming from probably around the base of where this thing connects to the body.
Okay. Mending.
All right, you're able
I just
to
turn my fingers into like a little welder.
Okay.
Look, click start.
Yep. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Does it appear to be sealed?
Looking at it, it looks like it is, but you don't. You know, you guys are gonna have to figure out something a little more permanent before he gets into another scuffle like this, or things could go very, very bad.
Of course. Just take it easy, Talion. We'll figure something out when we are back topside.
Yeah, need to do that. Yep. And you see he's just kind of looking around at everything. Like you can tell he's trying to get adjusted to this new body that he has control over.
I mean, that's what, like 3 feet taller than his other body? Like, that's a whole perspective change.
Yeah. I mean, he went from being about 3 feet tall to 6.5, 7 feet tall. So yeah.
Well, so I was doing some investigation there, and I got a 32.
32.
You're damn right.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, how'd you get a 32?
Okay, so let me get my.
Yeah, let me.
No, hold on.
Yep.
So, we our proficiency bonus went up, so my investigation went up.
Okay.
Just my passive investigation is 22. So yeah, no, I roll. Oh no, you're right. It would be 31 because I rolled a 19. A natural 20 would be a 32. My bad. My math was off, but yeah, 31.
So you have you got a plus 12.
I do
on your investigation. Okay.
That is so much better than mine. My plus 9.
Okay, yeah.
I double your proficiency bonus, man. It helps.
Yeah, that's what I got. Plus 11 in stealth. It's fine.
All right, so you look this over, and this looks a lot different than the one you guys saw in Metro. And this one's very customized. You don't find any kind of user manual or anything for this one, but you do find a button that was kind of tucked away underneath the bottom of it that's labeled release. And you're pretty sure that by hitting this, it'll let the crystal in the forge go. You're just gonna have to make sure somebody's at the bottom to catch it. Or something's at the bottom to catch it.
My understanding of these forges at this point, so the crystal is what's important, not necessarily the machinery that it's plugged into, right?
Right. So the machinery basically helps focus the energy from this crystal.
Right, but yeah, like The crystals were discovered because they could randomly insert souls into bodies.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Right. So and then, do the arms like have any like? Are they like an armature? Do they move?
No, they do not.
No. Okay. All right.
Now you do also notice though that there is a large crane in this room as well. In this large chamber that is mainly used for moving large pieces of metal into place to put together to create some of the larger like Warforged Titans and stuff like that.
This is a warehouse though, correct?
So you are below a warehouse right now.
Secret basement.
Yep.
Correct, but that means there may be a loading dock somewhere upstairs, correct?
Yeah, so you recall the elevator that went up.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a place there was room for you to bring a cart in from the outside back towards this elevator so you could put something on it. Yeah.
I'm just wondering there's no space that's like the right size for like an airship dock, but
No.
Okay.
So one thing you didn't like, this crystal with its dimensions would theoretically fit in your bag of holding.
But I think also that is a good place to talk about exactly what we are thinking here. With understanding what I do about, I don't understand as much as steel, but having the crystal, you can rebuild, or Kenneth can rebuild the mechanism, but it's the crystal that's like the main jam, right?
Correct. Yep.
So I believe this is a good point to decide what we are doing exactly. I mean, if we disable it with this crystal, taking it out, and then some misfortune befalls this thing, or are we wanting to remove it from this place?
Okay, so just to kind of recap for you guys, so you know all the things that are on the table right now at play with this. So you have currently been tasked by the 12 to destroy all of these forges. Satan Boromar, the leader of the Boromar criminal organization, has made arrangements with you for you to acquire it and for him to purchase it off of you for a pretty handsome sum of gold, which he has already given you 5,000 gold towards that.
All right, the advance.
And Baron Merrick's de Kenneth, the actual leader of the southern portion of House Kenneth, wants you to leave it in place so he can continue to do his experiments here in the cogs. Or you may have your own designs for it.
I'd be interested to hear what you all have to say about it. This is a very important piece of machinery.
If you don't mind, first, could you come here and I'll step up onto the dais, and I said, just wait here for just a second, and I'm gonna pull Halceris up, and I said, just wait for just a minute here. I think this will make things a lot easier, and I'm gonna hit the release button.
Are you telling Halceris that you're gonna do that and it's gonna drop?
No, I'm telling Halceris to stand underneath it and look up.
Right. Okay. So you're just telling him stand here, look up, and then you go hit the release. Halceris is caught completely off guard as soon as you see the release is just click, let go, and you see this crystal start to fall towards you.
Cool.
What do you do?
Let's see. I see it coming at me, and scary. It's falling because it's, you said 3 feet long and about 9 inches round.
Yeah.
So like a giant spike, essentially.
Kind of, yeah. It's like a stalactite falling down at you.
Cool. So I think it's coming towards me, and Halceris moves his hands in a circle, and I'm gonna cast Gust, the cantrip, but can I do that to basically feather fall it into my hands? because I can create a small blast of air moving an object that's not carried or worn, no more than 5 pounds. So basically, just kind of like.
So
Just
it's
kinda
definitely a
breaking the
lot more
speed.
than 5 pounds. I will say, give me. I'm going to let you use either Arcana or Religion because you being a divine caster and all that. I'll let you use either one of those to see how effective your gust is.
And Ursula and Biscuit are aiding. They were prepared for this.
Okay.
They're on either side waiting for it to drop.
15.
15. Okay, so you were able to slow its momentum down a little bit. What are you doing now? It's still coming down quick though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say you reduced the drop by 15 feet. So instead of it being effectively a 50-foot drop, it's now a 35-foot drop.
Yeah, I guess I'd try to catch it.
Okay, that is going to be athletics.
With assistance.
With assistance. How is Ursula and Biscuit assisting Halceris with this?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up stat blocks now. But they're both gonna just like. Ursula's just the idea was that hopefully he would be able to at least catch one end and then they would grab the other one as it fell. So they're gonna cradle it because it's long enough that I don't think he's gonna be able to completely stop
Your
it. So,
two metal creations are gonna catch this, like what, jewel shard?
Yeah, it's like a giant crystal.
Mhm.
How far away was I?
How far away were you?
We were probably like pretty close. Like we were involved in this discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys want to interject on this?
I'd like to help.
How?
First of all, let's see if I have anything that'll.
Because so here's the thing: the difficulty on this is really going to be determined on what you guys are doing to help and how you're helping.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Moosey is also going to assist.
Elkie, you mean?
Elkie, yes, sorry.
How is Elkie helping?
Elkie's gonna get a antler underneath it before it even gets to Halceris, because he's almost 2 heads taller than Halceris.
Lot going on this dais.
Okay, so hold on. So Elkie's gonna hit it with his antler first.
Not hit it. He's just gonna try to cradle it, try to catch it with his antlers.
Like a Flintstone style slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna catch it and just slide it down to Halceris's arms.
If I use ensnaring strike.
You're gonna shoot it. Don't shoot it.
Wait.
Okay, no, let's hear him out here. Let's
If
hear him
I
out 'cause I
use-
want to hear this.
If I use ensnaring strike, right,
Okay.
and hit a part of the machinery below it, can I somehow create like the nestles of vines so it could just slow the fall down?
Like a
So
Can I? Sorry, you finish.
it wouldn't work that way. So if you're casting a snare and a strike and you're hitting the support, the vines are going to wrap around the support, restraining the support. If you were to hit the crystal, I would say there's a chance that the vines wrapping around that in their attempt to restrain it would reach out and grab the supports, but you would have to shoot the crystal.
All right, so here's an idea. If I break the tip off the arrow, the arrowhead off.
Okay, it's already falling.
Okay,
You don't have time for
what
that.
would anticipate weakness allow me to pinpoint where it's gonna fall? Because if it could tell me where like a gap is opening in defense or where someone would strike, wouldn't that help me figure out where an object's gonna fall?
I would say something like that if you used it on Halceris.
Okay.
You could
His
guide it.
knees.
You could guide him to move
Sure.
his arms better into a better position to catch this
Sure.
thing.
Yeah.
I
So
have-
I literally just leap forward and like put a hand on your shoulder and cast anticipate weakness.
Okay. So that'll definitely help him out.
I
Because
would
now, because instead of him trying to catch it and it goes straight through his arms, you're able to help guide him a little bit better on that.
So
Okay.
so it hits me in the chest.
Can
Good.
I add to
Good.
can
This
I add
large spike.
something to that?
What are you
Can
doing?
my cloak, take off my cloak and we stretch it out like the fireman's drop thingy.
Okay. So you and Olana grabbing your
Yes.
cloak.
And
Okay,
just-
where are you putting the cloak in comparison to everybody else?
While Ro is guiding Helceris to try to take this crystal to the chest, we just follow along and try to lessen the fall of it.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. So first, the crystal. Okay, as you all jump into action with this, and in the meantime, Echo's just off in the back eating some popcorn, watching this, laughing.
Mhm.
You should be the one catching it.
She's enjoying this. But it starts to fall. You all get yourselves into position. Ro, you cast your spell on Halcera, so you see him adjusting to get under it better. As Taryn and Olana come over with the cloak and put it underneath to help catch it. It comes down. Elky kind of moves his antlers out there. Is able to make contact with the crystal, slowing it down a bit, but Elky's going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Just chips off one of the bits of the antler.
And you have Biscuit and Ursula are sitting there trying to brace your legs, Halceris, to help support your weight in catching this thing. Go ahead and give me the athletics check with advantage.
Oh boy. Athletics is +0. 15. 15. We'll take the 15.
Okay, and that is with all of this additional assistance, that is enough. You are, however, going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage
Yep.
as this crystal kind of hits Elky's antlers, redirects a little bit. You adjust at the last second, impacts right on your chest, and starts to slide down through your arms. You're able to grip enough, slow it down, and the cloak underneath you just kind of grips the bottom, and you guys are able to bring it to a rest.
Yeah, Halceris, the wind is knocked out of him completely, so he is trying to
Yeah.
catch his breath. just trying to he uses gust on his own mouth to just try to like force air back into his lungs. Just okay. Okay. How about heads up next time? Please and thank you.
Sorry, it served a purpose. See that our problem is solved for us. We should take it with us. If it had broken in the process, then we could tell both of the other individuals that it broke and we couldn't help that.
Okay. Just trying to figure out why I didn't know the heads up, but okay. Good job.
As if he was
sorry.
leaving it up to the fate of the rolls or something.
You handled yourself well, and I hand Halceris some good berries.
These aren't good for my blood sugar. But, so, thank you. But, I think now that we have the door that we've come in, I'm just
Yes.
curious real quick. Has there been any movement I've seen by that
No.
door at all?
Nope.
I'm curious about Looky Loos. But so Calceris is kind of nervous about it. But
Yep.
so can you Steel, can you do the thing where you can see invisible creatures?
Let's see here. I certainly cannot, since I used every spell I had getting down here.
Oh, did we not
if,
level up?
if we,
Sorry, out of character.
I'll leave that to the DM. Do I need to rest before I get my spells back?
So
or-
I will say for the spell slots, yes.
Oh, see, that's what I thought I asked about last time, but I will mark those then.
Yeah. So
Um,
you get the hit points and all that as the surge of power washed over you guys from Ursula being created, but the spell slots were not replenished.
It's good to know. Else I would have been spending willy-nilly like. Echo, would you please close that door for me? So people in this room are the only ones in this room.
Echo goes over and she slides the door shut.
I think the question still remains, what should we do with... I mean, the crystal is one thing. Keeping in our hands is an option. But I'm curious what everyone else is thinking about this.
Can I make a suggestion? I've put this to a lot of thought since the initial meeting, and I would like to make some suggestions. So I believe that everybody, for the most part, will enjoy this process. So, one, Ro, I think we're probably going to screw over the Boromars. I don't think that bothers you very much, so hopefully that's good. Alceris, I think we should put it in the bag of holding. We can fit that in there just fine now that we don't have my roly-poly bulb in there anymore. And Tyrion, I might need you to help me rig this place to blow up.
Take the words right out of my mouth.
Very well, but I'm curious about Seden Boromar seems like someone who is able to suss out whether we have intentionally destroyed this or not. So I'm trying to think of anonymity is probably the best.
My thought pattern was we didn't destroy it, right? The crystal is intact. That's the only mobile part that we could take with us. However, the machine blew up.
You wish to... Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's something we can easily explain given the amount of wreckage we've already ensued down here.
Do you wish to tell them the crystal, or just leave that ambivalent and just say the whole thing kind of went up?
Again, the machine went up. I think that's all that we need to mention. The crystal is not important, and if asked, I will make sure that we have no idea where the crystal is.
Do you two have enough explosives?
That is something that we can probably assuage one way or the other. Tyrion, I think we need to go upstairs.
All right.
We're going to go to the workshop, and I'm going to look for every manner of volatile fluid that I can find.
Okay. Go ahead, give me investigation.
That'll help.
And give me your 50 roll.
I got a 19 again, so that's 20 or the 31 again.
Okay.
Investigation. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're able to find a bunch of oil, some kerosene, a few other. Like, you find some TNT that you could use for igniting an explosion.
I would also like to get as many parts of unfinished mechanical creatures.
You're able to pretty much get what you need.
Okay. I would like it to look like there were a lot of mechanical creatures that exploded here.
Okay,
Don't think that
that's
should be, don't think
that's
that should
easy
be
enough
too
to do.
hard.
No, that is easy enough. Matter of fact, if you blow this whole place, it's gonna look like that regardless.
As long as the basement is destroyed, for sure. Maybe a little topside damage, so people from a distance know, hey, there's a problem here. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to blow the entire lower quadrant of the city.
Yep.
That'd be better.
DM, the whole
Yes.
time we're down here and helping, moving our stuff around and like going deeper into this place, do I notice the feeling of those elemental rifts being stronger in this area, or?
Go ahead, give me an Arcana check.
Boy,
Biscuit and Ursula, they're fighting.
Biscuit and Ursula are having it out.
Yep.
That is a 10.
You try to focus on it, that feeling that you had before when you felt the manifest zone. You don't notice it anymore.
I had an idea for maybe sparking off such an explosion, but it's fine. I also, Ro, would you help me bring Brienne down? We have to be most careful. Bring Brienne down. Oh, I
Okay.
guess we should have taken care of that while the rock was
Yeah,
still up
well,
there.
we'll say you can have done that while all this was going on,
Perfect.
because it's going to take Steel and Tavern a little while to gather all the supplies they need for this endeavor.
Kent, Steel, not to limit your looting, but you still have that jug of alchemy, yes? Can it not
Yeah.
make things that burn?
A little bit, not a lot. But sure, that or could make acid or a bunch of other stuff.
What's your idea?
Or just to use that more, just to, like to help
Get
move
more
that
oil
part
out of
forward.
it. Correct.
Does this place, though, just like as we've been kind of loading and unloading down here, it strikes me that this is house Kenneth make in a
Yep.
forge. Does it look relatively fireproof?
It does. It looks very well constructed. But you are noticing, because you've been in other House Kenneth workshops before, this place is very highly customized as well. So
So destroy the machine, not so much the workshop, perhaps. Then, at least then we won't have, what's his name, being so much against us.
all right. How are you all setting up your explosives?
Taryn, what's your plan? You're the guy. You're into that kind of thing.
I tried. I tried setting the fire once. Didn't work. So let's hope this the second
then
time goes a little better.
Can I make a couple suggestions then, maybe?
Of course, open.
Better to have whatever your fluid, whatever your flammable. Quiet down. What you want to have that in a container, so that when it goes up, it creates a bigger kind of effect rather than just burning out. So I was thinking some of the like hollowed out leg parts and things like that, seal them off a little bit so that they go boom instead of just going Bernie.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. And we're gonna put some inside the crane. We're gonna put some on the platform, inside the little control compartment in the front. I am, however, going to spend some of that time trying to commit to memory as much of the design of this little forge as I can.
Okay, just commit it straight to memory.
Yep,
Go
attempting
it.
to just
Okay,
go through it as quickly as possible and see how much I can hold on to.
go ahead, give me a straight intelligence check on that.
Okay. 14.
Okay. I have that written down for later when this comes back. All right. What are you all planning on using to ignite?
I have. I look forlorningly at my final explosive arrow.
Hold on there. Hold on. This could be a lot easier than that. Let's see here.
We decided that Eldritch Blast, because it's force damage, it's not gonna light anything on fire, right?
Correct.
That would have been really badass.
I just
Now,
take
if you
some-
used Eldritch Blast into a campfire and shot the ashes and burning wood, maybe, but
I'm gonna pull out my some of my tinder box that I've been holding on to for a while and just
Okay.
wrap that around the end of one of his regular arrows and then light it. Maybe soak it in a little bit of oil first and then and light it on. There. Please.
okay.
I'm gonna make a little oil trail from to connect all of the various parts that we've put together.
How much time with this oil trail are you trying to give yourselves to escape? Keep in mind that this elevator,
How long did it take to get up down the elevator?
about a minute.
Okay, then I want to give us.
If I may steal, perhaps this is something that we could enlist the help of someone.
Like who?
So how Saris is going to, in all the stuff that was kind of found and scraped together, was there any any sulfur and phosphorus, things like that, burning stuff, probably?
With the 31 that Steel got, yeah, there was a little bit.
So Halceris, take some of that together, thinking back on things he's seen before, and he is going to, in the far corner, away from the forge, inscribe the elemental symbol for fire,
Okay.
and he's going to cast Conjure Elemental.
Okay.
Bring back our friend Ignar.
So using Conjure Elemental, you invoke his name. Go ahead. So I'm gonna have you give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Yeah. Sure. Perception, persuasion. Advantage. 14.
Okay.
But as the spell says, he's friendly to me and my companions for the duration.
Yeah, no, I'm tracking.
Yep.
Yeah. So you finished casting the spell, and you guys see over in the far corner, away from all the stuff that you've been doing, a flame flare up and then kind of go out and flares up and gets bigger and then you see the familiar formless form of fire known as Ignar, your old fire elemental friend
Oh,
that
shit.
you imprisoned within your hover horses so long ago.
That
So
was
so
not
again, how many
intentional.
allies are we gonna have?
Well, so my thought is perhaps because of the the fighting of the other fire creatures, it would be feasible for us to say that Ignar here was a rogue fire elemental who came and destroyed this area.
I mean, by all rights, we didn't actually destroy it. You're right. You're a genius.
Ignar, my friend, and then like in primordial, Ignar,
Yeah.
friend, how are you?
Same.
Osiris. What you want?
Apologies. Only a brief moment of your time. I need you to destroy this thing over here in the corner. But I am in need of some time away before you do so. So if you would wait a few minutes, and then you may kind of wreck shop in here, and then also if you would like to burn the upstairs. Yeah, I can show you up this elevator. I think he can fly, right? Fire elementals. They have a fly stick,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
So like, if you fly up the chute, then kind of wreck a little bit up there, not too much, but give your own flair to it. But yeah, need you to play the villain for me, and then you will be sent home. I promise.
Come on, Ignar. You want to? Come on. You know you want to blow something up with us.
You want me destroy?
Yeah.
When I give you the go ahead, yes.
Okay. I wait how long?
I'll turn to the others. I was thinking maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
We get up
Mhm.
and then kind of wreck things, especially that. And then make sure that thing, I'll point to the forge, make sure it is in cinders. And then go up this tunnel. You can destroy a few things up here. If you come across any Warforged, I don't want to say any Warforged because then there's some poor schmuck who's
If
just
you
walking
come across
around.
some brains wandering around on their own, you can definitely destroy those.
But then I will have you sent home within the hour.
I will destroy.
Thank you. Much appreciated. And I'll toss him, go into the bag and grab some of those ingots from the meteor shower that he liked.
Mm-hmm.
Little
Oh,
tip.
he grabs them and you just see him just absorb into his body. And like that part of his arm almost turns like slag a little bit as he seems to absorb it.
Did you miss
Thank
us,
you, my
buddy?
No.
It's all right. That's okay. We were pretty busy too. It's fine.
Then I'll look to the others. Is there anything else we needed to take care of down here?
No, I'm just gonna put that thing in the bag and make sure the crystal's set in the bag of holding, and I'm good to go.
Okay. So, I need to make an intelligence check for Ignar. Because elementals don't really have the same understanding of time
Fair,
as everybody else does.
fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying to think what is a good measure. How long does Elky last for? He lasts for 8 hours. That's not a good
Yeah,
measure.
he's like a whole day. We
Can't leave him just tapping his hoof or something. I mean, essentially just, it doesn't really matter. When you come up though, Ignar, come up into the uppers and wreck a little bit up there. If you
Not
could
the- not the-
fly,
uppers,
Oh.
but
no, yeah, just
Yeah,
fly around a
upstairs
little
here,
bit
yeah.
upstairs and then be seen.
I will.
And then you can come back here and just rest. I will leave some more ingots over here, and then you can just chat. And then when the hour is finished, you will back to where you came.
Okay.
and any metal you find, you can eat if you want to.
Fair enough.
He grabs one of the ingots already. Just
Yep. Fair enough. All right, then pack up and let us be on our way out. I'm as we're heading up and out. I just ask Steele, is the pool of Onatar's Tear something you still want to go and see?
It would be a nice addition, yes, but I know time is not on our side right now. What about your other plans for down here? Any ideas?
I do not sense many manifest zones down here, so any extra time spent down here seems dangerous at this point.
Do I remember the last time we recognized like the sense of the manifest zones?
so you remember 'cause it wasn't in game. It actually wasn't that long ago. It was only probably a few days ago. You guys have really only been here 4 or 5 days, and you remember it, and you're not getting that feeling of being anywhere near it like you did when you guys were at the double barrel.
We haven't seen any elementals down here either, have we? Since we were on the lower.
No, you have not. But you do know there are lower levels. There's one level below the cogs, and that's the lava pools, where most of the forges here in the cogs get their heat from. It's just large pools and rivers of lava that flow beneath the city of towers.
We could make a detour down there if you'd like to take a look.
How's everyone is looking? What? Well, I guess we all have our hit points back, so.
Yeah, so you're still
I'm
looking
really-
pretty ragged, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I would really like to get some sleep before we take on a genie or a fire king or whatever it is you're fighting, but yeah, we could take some rest and go back if you want.
Perhaps that is for the best. Yes, let us move on from here.
Okay. As you go up the elevator, you leave out the warehouse, out into the streets of the cogs. You notice it's very eerily quiet. Even more so than it was when you first came here. Where on your way traveling to this warehouse, you had Warforged popping out of alleyways or up on rooftops taking shots at you. There's not a sound anywhere.
Can I do like a quick perception check, like a sweep of the surrounding area?
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's roll something. 16. Low roll.
It is so eerily quiet right now. You can hear your own heartbeat.
That's no good.
Italians, stay close. Be careful.
You guys start to leave from the warehouse, heading back down. And where are you headed?
I think, did I roll for it before if I remembered where the pool of Onatar's Tears was?
Yeah, you know where it's at.
Do I know, is there like, I know we could take the route we did to get here, like straight back out, but do I know, is there like a slight detour path?
No, it was pretty much on the opposite side from the Red Hammer Inn, where you guys had been before.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's you guys basically decided that you were going to go visit it later. So you're going to come hit the warehouse first.
Right. So head back to the Red Hammer then. It's kind of
Okay.
a stopping point.
Okay. As you leave, you get maybe 100 feet or so away from the warehouse. And then you guys start to feel the ground vibrate below you. And then it turns into a large rumble. And as you kind of glance back, you see the center of the warehouse just erupt into a large explosion of blue flame. And the ground all around it starts to crack and crumble and fall in towards the center of the warehouse.
All right. So less is more with Ignar.
Seems
So-
like more is more.
Give me, I'll say Halceris, because you've been around this stuff before, and Steel. Go ahead, Halceris will be a history check. Steel will be straight intelligence.
What about Tyrion and Ro?
You guys, you haven't really been around this kind of work before for what's actually causing this.
27.
Okay. You are muted, Steel.
Gotcha. Dog wars were still happening. You said raw intelligence,
Yeah.
so that'd be an 18.
Halceris, you've seen this kind of flame before. There was some sort of energy, arcane power source, or something that got ignited with the flame and caused this massive explosion.
Like something I know very familiar, kind of.
You've seen power sources explode before. You basically hit a giant battery that was
Sure.
kind of below the forge.
I am so glad we don't know what happened there. All right. Mom is the word. We do not know. Repeat that. Echo. Tyrion, Ro. We do not know what happened.
No,
Oh,
no.
What?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
What? Yeah. What are you talking about?
Who are you?
perhaps.
So
Who
the
are
ground
you?
starts, the crack in the ground and it's starting to crumble is moving closer towards you down the street.
Oh, we should go to a side street or something.
How about we
Yeah,
run?
but-
You
Yeah,
see some of the
run.
buildings on the side of the street are starting to collapse towards this now as well.
Yeah, we're doing some movie action running.
Yeah. Tom Cruise Mission Impossible running.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Low to the ground, big strides.
As we do that, I would like to. Oh, we don't have spell slots. Damn it!
Run. Run, Steel. Run.
Yeah.
You were going to use
Running.
expeditious retreat, weren't you?
No, I was gonna use Zephyr
Or
Strike.
Zephyr
on-
Strike,
or
yeah.
No, or no, Long Strider. I was gonna use Long
Oh,
Strider
okay.
on everybody.
Just a
Yeah.
run sort of situation. Let's go.
Go.
All right.
Escape.
You all just start booking it. And it slows down and this explosion basically ends up encompassing almost a whole block. As
Oh
you see-
shit.
but you are able to outrun it. I need everybody to go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws, though, because this was kind of a prolonged sprint.
I'll do advantage on it. Oh, I guess I
Saving
didn't
throw?
need it. Hey, nat 20. Woo!
Nice.
Calisthenics
All right.
are working for Halceris.
19 for row.
Okay.
A 15 over here.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. Let me see. Echo got a 14.
You want me to roll for Orlando?
Yes, please.
Steele, how did your flock do?
Well, let's see here. Let me find all of their stats. Just a second.
Oh, I got a 7.
Okay.
Aw.
I'm gonna just right now. Let's just refresh that browser.
They all have a very fast move speed, so I don't think any of them are in trouble. Cause
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say they're probably fine because elks are used to running constantly long
the
distance.
lowest-
sprint.
the lowest move speed is 40 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The thought occurs to Alceris, why the hell aren't any of us riding on that thing?
Can I
That's
can I
running.
make
Can
an
I-
argument?
Can I run? Can I ride it?
yes, you can ride Elkie. Go on.
I'd like to make an argument.
As I'm running, I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna Elkie grab the fur and try and vault myself over.
Okay, give me acrobatics.
Yeah, saw that coming. I knew I was doing that to myself. Please, dear God. No, roll.
You would get assistance from Elkie.
Can I climbing speed onto Elkie as well?
Oh my God,
Climbing
get
s-
out. Wait, hang on. It's not letting me roll. Am I in edit mode?
Yes, you
How do
are.
I get out of that? Stop
Go-
editing.
Yeah, stop editing. What are you doing?
19. Woo!
Okay, you are able to full stride get up onto Elkie. Taryn, unfortunately, by the time it occurred to you that you could also be up on Elkie, you're out of breath.
Can I make one argument?
And what is that?
Seeing, that the slowest, movement speed of the menagerie is 40, and I have a 40 movement speed as well. Can I bypass that?
He's a pretty quick dude.
You are. You still, though, only got a 6.
That's true.
I would have lowered DC for you with that.
That's fair. That's fair.
And Alana got a 7.
Yeah,
So you and Alana are extremely winded
it
by the
takes
time you all come, and you each take 1
Longbows.
point. You each take a point of exhaustion.
longbows take a lot to maneuver, and I get it.
Yeah. So you're very used to being sneaky and stealthy and hiding in the shadows. You're not used to having to do the 200, 300 yard sprint.
Yeah. That's fair.
Alceris literally just power walked it. He feels great.
Yeah, for some
The big
reason,
shoulder movements.
the old man is fine.
Hell. Whew. Feel that heartbeat, huh? Italian. Just
Oh, I got to
All
roll
that
Italian.
walking around the deck of the ship's really been helping you, hasn't it?
mm,
Thank you for reminding. Oh, Italian got a 19. Okay.
What about what's her name? Delilah? What is her name?
Brienne.
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 You guys didn't do
Delilah?
anything with her.
She,
oh, I
she's
thought we
still in.
hand
thought-
waved it.
Oh yes, yeah. I thought it was
she
hand
would
waved.
probably also be recovering on Elkie though. That's where.
Yeah,
he'd been,
yeah, you guys did have her on Elkie, yeah. Which is another reason why you wouldn't have been able to get up there, because you had Brienne and you had Roe on there, and that's the
I'm
capacity.
just saying, I could climbing
mean,
speed. I
his
could have hung on to the
mass-
side. I'm just saying, but that's fine. It's okay. I'll take my exhaustion. I filled the roll.
You guys
I'm
are
a-
about to go get some rest
I'm
anyway.
gonna start throwing things at the wall again. I swear, my best rolls were off the wall.
Yeah. But the ground around you settles down and is no longer rumbling. And as you kind of glance back in that direction, you see almost a red, glowy haze and what looks like snow in the air back over towards where that was.
Oh, that's bad. We didn't have to do things that we don't remember and weren't a part of to my city, did we?
We didn't do anything to your city.
Damn.
I don't know anybody on that level of town that would know anything about this. One or two might have lost a little bit of money, but they were losing that anyway, so.
Yeah. Guess so.
No lives were lost, and I think we're
That you
doing what's
know of.
best. I mean, other than the ones that were inside of brain jars.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys did kind of take people's brains that were still technically alive and threw them to the dogs. I mean,
I don't know if that counts as alive. We haven't really discussed
We-
whether or not that counts
We
as alive.
we didn't purposely throw them to the dogs. We discarded them, and dogs came and collected them.
To clarify, these things that we didn't do, but hypothetically,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, make our way to the hammer.
Can't prove our war crimes.
All right.
Make our way.
You guys eventually make your way back to the Red Hammer Inn. And you see standing outside the tavern, you see Speed standing there, missing an arm.
Speed, what? You all right, bud?
Yeah, no, they some more attacked, and we were fighting them, and then they just all stopped and ran. We don't know what happened. Then we heard the explosion just a little while ago. I'm guessing you guys were successful.
In a manner of speaking, yeah. Where'd the arm go? Where'd it go?
Some dog-like creature took it somewhere.
Oh,
They fled the city. They fled the cogs.
They fled here. I didn't follow, so I don't know their destination.
Fair. Did they? Which direction did they head? Towards the way up or towards the way down?
Away from here.
Fair.
it's okay, bud. Let's go inside and see if we can find you a makeshift arm.
Okay, that will be fine. All right, and you guys head inside the tavern. And there you see the same scene you saw before, except people seem to be a little bit calmer now that they're not immediately under siege by these Warforged. You see Merrick's is still sitting there going around helping, trying to heal up some new wounds on some of these Warforged as well. And Scales is coming down the stairs. So, guessing that was you guys, huh?
I put a hand over Echo's mouth.
The Mechapedes things, they were something worse. A creature that was able to arcane lightning from its mouth. It is entirely possible that in our fight it hit some sort of extra source of power down there. It looked by the explosion, it looked to be like an arcane engine, perhaps. Do you have one of those, Merrick's? Do you have a form of extra power through those tubings?
Yeah, I had something down there. That was down below the forge, though. I don't know. Were you guys underneath the forge?
It
The
came out
whatever
of
it
from
was. The tubes that go into your forge. Where do they lead? Do they lead down to your power source?
Yeah, I've got a couple power sources down there. Is that what that explosion we heard was?
I think
there. I
so.
can surmise.
So the forge is destroyed then, huh?
Yeah. Machinery's all gone. We
we-
cracked the full city block.
Well, that's definitely not good. That's not good at all. Now I have to start all over again. You guys didn't happen to get the crystal out though before it blew up, did you?
Crystal?
Crystal.
Yeah, the part that was the part of the forge, the creation
Our-
forge, the actual crystal.
We were busy trying to not to get eaten by things that shot lightning at us.
Yeah, a little busy.
Perhaps, Merrick's, this is a chance to reforge old alliances.
Forge.
I'm hoping that
Um,
gives me a little extra flair. It is Merix, what is happening? All these different things that are happening here and around Corvair, it is... House Kenneth cannot remain in the shards that it is. These shards must be reforged anew into a stronger House Kenneth if we are to stop whatever darkness is approaching.
So House Cannith. It's never going to be what it was before then, is it?
But it can be so much more.
Well, I guess that's the way the forge crumbles, huh?
Or
Think of it,
explodes.
the pieces that Kenneth is in now, forged together and bent and reforged again, will make it stronger. The layers are still there, Merix.
Yeah. Yep, the layers are there. They are, yep. Oh well.
Matt, I make a suggestion. We were gonna go make a stop off before we head back. Head over to the, what was it called again, House Saris?
The pool of Onatar's tears. Can I channel divinity on him?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, fuck him. I
Insight
don't
check
like this
that fool.
attitude he's doing.
Um,
So it is a DC 18 wisdom.
okay, 1 second. Let me. Wisdom 18. So you go into his mind and you start to, it's the surface thoughts, right?
Double checking how I read brains. Turn on dead. No, knowledge of the read
You
thoughts.
just take them out and you stare.
Yep,
at them.
I eat them like a mechithid. No. As an action,
It's
one
hard because they
creature,
don't have any more
so-
thoughts
so-
after that.
Yep. It is surface thoughts, foremost in its mind, reflecting on current emotions, or what it is actively thinking about.
Okay. So you, as you reach into his mind, you get the. Wow, I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. I could have just faked an accident and this part would have been done with, and then I could move on to the next phase. That's what you get,
So-
House Saris.
We were, how long does that last? I'm curious.
It lasts for an hour.
I'm gonna say, perhaps you should come with us to the pool of Onatar's tears and seek a blessing.
No, I got a lot of work to do here. I got a bunch of these guys I gotta take care of. Some of them are pretty close to death, and yeah.
I
if
can aid you in that. I have plenty of skill in that area. Let us make sure they're stable, and then perhaps we can all head our way up to. You can help us get everybody back up to the surface levels.
House Saris, you're kind of getting a no. I need to stay here. I can't go with these guys. These guys are dangerous.
Perhaps, Merix, we can speak a little more in private. Talk about what is to come down here in the cogs.
Yeah, but let me finish taking care of these guys. You guys go ahead. Go to the. You guys go to the fountain, and then I'll be here when you get back.
How about don't worry, just maybe it would be best if you just follow our instructions, and I will use an action to cast suggestion.
Yep, I was waiting for that.
Maybe it's
I
better
know
if
you
just
were being
do
picky
what
about
you're
it.
told.
Yeah, and he automatically fails because of your divine channel divinity. And he's like, yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe a blessing from the fountain will be just what we need to get through this. Yeah, Sounds good. Let's go.
I would like to try to make sure that as many of the mechs are able to move, and then maybe we can all head out as a band.
I'll help steal.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys
Those
are
that
able.
can't move can ride
Yep.
Elkie.
Yep. So oh, you're trying to take.
I
them
don't
all
think
with
they
you?
all need to leave. I don't think they all want to leave. I think they're
No, anybody who wants to go to the upper levels and get aid,
sure.
because this is still kind of a war zone.
So that's a lot of them don't really want to move. Like they're like, oh no, we're gonna stay here. We've
Yeah.
got a good defensible place. We're safe. We got people watching our backs. We're gonna.
And we'll send forces your way, just trying to make sure everybody gets what they need.
Yeah. You also kind of get the impression that, because the majority of them in here are Warforged, they're afraid that, and a couple of them will tell you, they're afraid that if they were to leave to go to the upper levels, people
They'd be
might
attacked.
assume that they are part of the attackers.
Yeah.
So that's why they're trying to just kind of hide out here right now. As kind of a safe haven.
So yeah, if we take a little time to do that, double check, and then move on towards the pool. As we start going, I'm going to just talking to Merrick. What is it you are working on down here, Merrick?
Just working on the house. Working on House Kenneth.
What about House Kenneth? What is down here besides the forge? Please answer my questions.
Just making more Warforged to help fight in the army, in the war.
In what army?
In what war?
Azrir's war.
I see.
How long
And-
have you been? Does House Kenneth work with Asriel?
No, House Kenneth. Well, House Kenneth didn't work with Azrir, but now we do.
How many of you?
More and more every day.
Are you leading this crusade?
No, there was another who led us.
Who is that?
What name does he go by now? I think his current name is Ulrich. I think that's who he's pretending to be now. Ulrich Devereaux.
Just a quick glance to Ro.
I'm like Eldritch Blast lighting.
Just
What,
head shake.
were there more forges down here, Maddox?
No, just my forge here.
What
The big
stage
stuff.
were you wanting to get to? You thought about moving on to the next stage.
The full destruction of House Kenneth, of course.
You seek the full destruction of House Kenneth.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all do, don't you?
Hmm.
That's our
So-
job, is to make sure the houses can't interfere, and we're to help Azrir in his fight to distract you from the real threat. But what am
I will take a moment. Everyone, if you will, for a moment. And I would like to ritually cast Identify on Merrick's here.
Can we
Where
tie
are
him
we?
up? Can we tie him up?
You guys are currently out in the streets of the Cogs right now.
Mhm.
Can
Let's
we take him
get to
down
the
and
pool
tie him up?
and do that.
Um, I don't want to tie him up because that'll just suggest.
I mean, I'll spend a spell slot if it's necessary, but I would like to identify, because if I use identify on him, I should be able to tell if there's magic afoot in
I'd like to like
Merrick's.
gesture him and like move along instead of just being on the street. Like move to an alley or something.
Yeah.
Just gesture him along and gesture everyone along.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the rear and keeping an eye out.
Okay, so you guys are moving him towards an alley now?
I mean,
Just slightly out of sight.
yeah. We don't necessarily just. I just don't kind of want to be on the main street, just in the middle of the main street.
Okay. So, all right, so you guys bring him off to an alleyway, kind of out of sight. I mean, there's nobody out in the streets right now anyway, but
Just like maybe like under an awning or something. Just
okay. And what are you doing?
identify.
Okay, so identify. If you do it as a ritual, it's going to take you
Yep, I'll spend the spell
11
slot.
minutes. Okay. So you cast identify as you put your hand on his shoulder. And it still takes a minute to cast.
Yep.
And you get a fiendish feeling off of him. And you get the image flashes in your head of one of the Rakshasas that you faced before.
That he is under control, or he is a Rakshasa?
He is a Rakshasa. But we're gonna go ahead and get into that after we come back from a break.
Boise.
I was just about to say.
Boise, Indiana. Boy.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead, step away for a couple minutes, get ourselves some water, and we'll be right back with what's going on out on break though. One thing I want to kind of put out there for everyone is obviously everybody or all of them are dressed up for Halloween. So we're gonna put a poll up. So go ahead and vote on who you think's got the best costume. And when we come back from break, whoever's got the most votes, I'm going to go ahead and grant them a point of inspiration. With that being said, though, we will be right back in just a few short minutes.
I'm not rampaging the world and trying to destroy everything in sight. I'm rampaging for new 5th edition monsters for my dungeons. And whether you need scuttling dungeon denizens, alien horrors, or sentient avatars of the world tree, the Creature Codex has you covered. Nearly 400 new foes for your 5th edition game. Everything from acid ants and grave behemoths to void giants and zombie lords. 424 pages of monsters. They include a dozen new demons and 5 new angels, wasteland dragons and dinosaurs, all new golems, which include the Altar Flame Golem, the Doom Golem, and Keg Golem. And who doesn't want a few extra Keg Golems around their dungeon party? There's also elemental lords and animal lords to challenge powerful parties, chieftains and other leaders for ratfolk, centaurs, goblins, trollkin, and much more. New undead, including a Hierophant Lich to menace lower-level characters, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate the dungeons of your 5e world of your own creation. Pick up a Creature Codex from koboldpress.com today and surprise your players with monsters they won't be expecting.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about the Tavern distribution. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every show goes with feature guests with a community live live. They'll walk you through all different techniques and products that you use to make games for high stakes. They'll show you all the different options. And on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions. We're going to answer them live on stage. It's always worth learning about it. This is a great way to
All right, and we are now back. I see we've got a few votes in there right now for the best costume this evening. I'm gonna kind of give it another minute or so here. We'll see once I see, because right now we don't have a clear winner yet. We have one vote for Steel, one for Roe, one for House Saris, and we even got one for the Invisible Echo.
I have to confess, the one vote for me was me.
Ah. Oh, and looks like we got one for Taryn as well.
Same.
Interesting.
Same.
All win.
So, right before we went on our break, our adventurers had returned from the forge and they were speaking with Merrick's, the leader of the southern house of House Cannith. Halceris, noticing something that seemed a little suspicious, reached into his divine bag of tricks using his, was it read thoughts or detect thoughts?
Read thoughts, yep.
Read thoughts, using his ability, was able to read the surface thoughts of Merrick's and realize this really didn't seem right. Interrogating, using his suggestive abilities through his channel divinity, he was able to get Merrick's to follow them outside of the inn, where he continued to question him while they traveled down the road. Understanding that this individual wasn't working to make House Cannith better, but actually seems to be working to tear House Cannith down, he decided to go ahead and use his magic to identify this individual, whether he's under some sort of spell or whatever. And he realizes that this individual is actually a Rakshasa in disguise. And right before we went on break, they asked who he was working for, and he mentioned the name Ulrich Devereaux, the name of Rose's uncle that the party just faced not but a day ago. What are you all doing?
I take my
Uh,
rapier out.
Well, I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Saris, you look like you've seen a ghost.
So the climate down here is not conducive to my conditions. Merrick's, just stand there for a moment. I must confer something with my colleagues.
He just stands there, staring.
I love how open-ended, like, follow our suggestions is. That's great. So I turn to the others with a big smile on my face, not trying to allure anything. I'm going to turn my back to Merrick's, looking at everybody else. Say,
Okay.
that I'm whispering to them, but I will speak out loud for the microphone.
So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand, I guess, or stealth. No, we'll say stealth. Let's see.
12.
Okay. So you believe you are whispering.
I say to them, this is not Merrick's. This is another one of the things we fought before. Yeah, I'll, like, with my back to him and stuff, I do like a turn my hands around kind of thing.
Okay.
So are we killing him?
Say the word.
I would hope so.
Merrick,
This is all inside the huddle.
Yeah.
The dog and Ursula are watching him right now.
Is there anything else you can get from him before we murder him?
Like where the actual leader of House Cannith is.
there are several, but Merrick's was the lead of. Okay, so I turn to Merrick's now that everyone's in the loop. And I say, I think we have. I think. Ooh, look, my hat back. I think we are a little past false faces. Perhaps you can drop your disguise.
Meanwhile, I'm just moving as
Hmm.
inconspicuously
No, I'm not.
as I
It's
can.
not anything dangerous to him.
No, but it's also in contradiction to another order.
What? Follow our instructions?
Hmm.
Because mine
Okay.
is the forefront right now. So follow our instructions.
Yeah. and
Okay.
Yeah, you tell him.
Can I just move to a as inconspicuously as possible? Just move to a better striking position.
I'll raise a bow crossbow. Yeah,
Okay.
gently.
Yeah, I'm just gonna unsheathe my rapier and just like hold it down at my side.
So very similar to how you saw Ulrich's guards and him himself. You see the fingers on Merrick's turn backwards and start to grow a red and black fur. His face gains some feline features. Snout comes out a little bit. The sharp teeth come out. And you see this Rakshasa now standing there.
Osiris,
Tell me, the other, Merrick's, is he still among the living, or has he been dispatched?
As far as I know, he is.
Still among the living?
Yes.
Oh, would you happen to know where he is being kept?
With the master.
And would you be able to tell me where exactly your master makes his dwelling?
Well, my master or our master?
Of course, our master.
That I do not know. My master makes his home in the shadow marshes.
I'll turn to the others. Anything else we're pining for? Because, I mean, he's following our instructions was the key bit.
did you tell us the other bit of information?
Yeah, so that was out loud.
Yeah, he's
No, no, no.
talking and
No. I mean the stuff about Ulrich.
Yeah, that he had said that.
That was out loud. Got
Yeah,
it.
that was out loud.
No, I
Yeah,
think that's all we need. Unless we need to figure out where the
So
actual Merrick is.
there is an important detail we need to know. So this has been a distraction. What is the other hand doing exactly?
By orchestrating her return, of course.
Who is she?
Kyber.
And you see he gets a little grin on his face.
Don't you remember? Kenneth and broken into 3 parts. That is what is unbinding Kyber.
By just destroying the houses from within, they no longer stand in our way. Or in his way.
Does our master have agents in all of the other houses, or was Kenneth the focus? The weakest link, so to speak.
This branch of Kenneth was my focus. As for the others, I do not know their progress.
But they are there.
Perhaps by now.
Thank you
Sounds
very
like
much.
So go ahead and give me a quick history check.
Sure.
Could I also do that?
Sure.
Story. I will. Yeah, we'll just roll it. 27
I got a
again.
13 for me.
Okay,
History
so
is my
how's
strong suit?
Sarah's thinking about this and thinking back, you remember you heard, well, you were all the way back in Gather Hold. that there was a gathering of all the house leadership that was supposed to be taking place at some secret location, which was something that was unheard of.
Right, because the oligarch, and because he used the teleportation portal, and that's what led us to it.
Yeah, the leader of House Galanda had to leave to go to that. As you guys were preparing to leave Gather Hold.
I do not like how I do not like how large the wheels on this machine are spinning.
Let's get rid of one of the cogs right now.
So,
Dude.
just real quick to interrupt, it looks like we had a 5-way tie on the costume pool. So, me, being dressed up as a DM kind of is cheating. So, I am going to say for all of those of you who dressed up, I'm just going to give you all a point of inspiration
Aw,
for
he's so
setting the mood
nice.
for this evening. I'm nice.
Yar.
I am a nice DM.
He is.
But anyway, please continue.
So Halceris is going to look to the others, nod a little bit, and then look at our kitty friend here, and I'm going to, out of my pocket, drop a couple gold pieces that fall behind him. I said, "Oh, I am so clumsy. Would you pick those up for me?"
Yeah, sure. And he turns around and bends down to go pick them up.
I nod to the others.
Fire.
Yeah. Yep. Rapier.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get it.
This is a surprise round, right? He doesn't
So-
expect anything.
Surprise round.
I'm just going to say we're not even going to roll initiative or anything like that. You guys are able to quickly dispatch this lesser Rakshasa in the street.
Take a sample of his bile. We'll have to inform the folks over at the Red Hammer.
Yeah,
I'll
you
hold up
do-
my rapier. Want some blood?
Well, so you notice that the blood, it's not like normal blood. It's a black ichor. And his body just sort of starts to disintegrate and just ooze into this black liquid.
Disgusting.
And it starts to creep a little towards you, Ro.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Popular.
You Eldritch Blast, and it just right all over the wall of the building you guys were near.
Disgusting.
How far abouts are we from the pool? Or is
At this
maybe-
point, maybe 20 minutes.
Let us speed up our exit from here.
Okay. So you guys make your way over to the pool. As you approach, Halceris, it actually brings back a flood of memories to you. As you remember visiting here with your mentor when you first were being trained as a vassal. He brought you around the city, introducing you to all the different holy and religious sites within Sharn. You guys approach this large pool of what looks to be a dark, almost blackish liquid, almost the consistency of oil. What do you wish to do?
For my reference, it is like craftsmen who dip their tools in Onatar's tears are like it's like a sacrament kind of thing. But
Yep.
do I know, does it also work for weapons or is it just for tools?
It's mainly just tools. But, some tools are also weapons.
I mean, a weapon is a tool used for a very specific purpose.
Mhm.
Is there any like signage, like Any like information on the rites or how to do it?
So there is inscriptions around the outside of the pool.
Okay.
And you notice that there's it's an open air temple, but and you've got different books and scrolls kind of laid about, all mainly just talking about Onatar and the blessings and all that. And it's mainly you say a prayer to Onatar and you dip your tools in there, hoping for some blessing.
Would you
Okay.
would you like
I'm
me
gonna
to
get-
pray with you, Stu?
I think I've got this one. Not to say anything about you. It's just I don't really have that kind of relationship with any of the gods, so maybe I can offer up my own kind of offering. I'm gonna grab my my artificer's tools,
Okay.
base set, the ones that I started off with, and I'm going to hold them out, and with my I've got a couple of hammers in there and different detailed bits, but I'm just gonna hold out my main, like the first hammer I got, that was actually a gift from my mentor.
Okay. So you hold it out.
I'm gonna hold it out. I'm also gonna grab a piece of that ingot or one of those ingots that I made out of the meteor metal stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna set that on kind of the edge of the pool, and I'm gonna say, Onatar. Never really talked before now. I guess I never really knew anybody who had any faith. Not like that. But I may have had some teaching in that area recently, so although I don't ascribe to any specific worship, I do know there's a crafter out there who's been making some awful shit. So, I'll bring you the only gift he's ever given me. And I'm asking you to help me find the right tool to destroy him. And I leave you a small offering of my creations. Oh, and I made these two things too, if you want to look at them. But anyway, I'll stop there and do what you think is best, and I'll dip the head of my hammer into the pool and pull it out and
All right.
just meditate for a bit on it.
As you dip your head, the head of the hammer into the pool, go ahead and give me a D100 roll, please.
You become a potted
Breaking out
plant. Come on.
I'm halfway there, guys.
Yes.
I got a 22.
Okay. You dip it in there, and you go and you bring it out, and you kind of close your eyes and you start meditating for a second, and you feel the hammer in your hands start to get warm. And when you open your eyes and you look at the hammer, wasn't there before, but engraved on the very head of the hammer, you see what looks to be a pair of crossed hammer and tongs that almost seem to be engraved into the hammer. And welcome, friends from roll for Alex. Just gave us a raid. Awesome.
Yay.
Welcome.
What's up?
Just in time to watch Steele trying to get a blessing on his artificer tools at the
You're just in time for church.
church. The pool of
Welcome to
Onatar's
church.
tears.
Welcome to the church,
Sure.
Onatar.
As he just dipped the hammer from his tools into the pool, and a new symbol has appeared on this hammer. What are the rest of you doing while Steele's here praying at the pool of tears?
Ro is probably leaning against a wall, looking sullen. And I assume Taryn is somewhere nearby because I definitely am just like, what is the point of what's the point of all this if they don't help anyway?
Why do you think it wouldn't help? Honestly.
I just think that if you have all this power, if you're omnipotent, if you exist in endless, I don't know, whatever, don't you think you'd do more for the people here?
Honestly, I'm not one that believed in the gods or
Yeah, you're just old, so I
Yeah.
thought I'd ask.
the interference in this world, but I always thought that they had their reasons for doing or not doing what they do. They want to leave the decisions up to us, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Either that or we're ants and they're just watching us.
Could be great entertainment.
Yeah, while we burn.
Burn, struggle, survive, whatever. To them, we might be insignificant. We might be more important than we see, but I don't think we'll ever know unless we ask them straight up, do you?
Maybe, but so far, when I ask questions of things I don't understand, I get vague answers.
You see, well, the vague answers can be up to
Annoying?
yeah, very. But it actually could be up to our interpretations. You make do with what you're given. You make your own decision. That's free will and whatnot. If they interfere too much, what do we have left?
Whole families. Fathers that aren't dead.
Fathers aren't always.
What they're cut out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's-
neither are daughters.
Oh, Lana kind of glances at you as you say that.
Me. God, it's not always about you, Alana.
I'm gonna stand
Daughters.
up and pocket my hammer, turn around and look at the two of them.
Well, Halceris, what were you doing while this was going on first?
Eavesdropping.
No, and I wanted so bad. Oh my god! Like, oh, you want to talk conversion? Let's go. All right. Get you to throw down your warlock
gonna say-
pitch and get you into the church.
How loud did they get was the question? Because sounded like Ro was getting a little bit fired up there.
A little
Ro was
bit.
doing her own preaching off the side.
I think Halceris let Steele, respected Steele enough to let him do his own prayer. Probably listened in on it a little bit, but then probably went to the pool is large enough that there's multiple altar spots where people could bow.
Yep.
So he goes to another one, and in it he dips his fingers into the oil and then inscribes on his hand the mark of the hammer on one, the mark of the tongue on the other, and then the mark of the sovereign on his forehead, and says a prayer like, Onatar, blessed are the workers in the world, blessed are they that use the fires of the forge. Like the irons, let the slag of our imperfections fall, as we are forged into something new in your name. Please, I could use any form of guidance. This threat is so much more than I ever imagined. If you are able to, I am open to hear. And just quiet meditation.
Okay. All right. So, Steel, as Echo, Taryn, and Ro are kind of over having their conversation, you felt the warmth. You see the symbol, and as you stand up to go address them, the water of this pool starts to swirl around slowly. And then, Halceris, you kind of pick up the noise of the water moving through as well. And it almost starts to make almost like a vortex in this pool. What are you guys doing?
Watching it.
Yeah, just kind of like. Ooh. Yeah.
Taryn, you think it got mad?
It probably got mad, denouncing the gods and whatnot.
Alceris is like, okay, like when you pray for a sign and it literally fucking burning bush kind of happens, like, oh,
I just,
all right,
I just told it my new
response.
holy symbol.
Ro, you notice just very faintly a portion of what looks to be a handle of some sort sticking out of the liquid.
Hey, there's something here, and I'm gonna do the movie thing that everyone does, and everyone's gonna be like, ah, and I'm just gonna reach for it.
Okay. Does any of you try to stop her?
I don't.
No, I was doing the same thing until I saw her do it. I was like, oh, it's okay. Go please.
Grab it.
All right.
Grab that thing.
You reach in, and the water starts to move even quicker. And you wrap your hand around this handle, and it almost feels a little familiar to you.
I grab onto her so she doesn't fall in.
Okay.
We're gonna make a human chain leading back.
And you start to pull it out, and you see what almost looks like a weapon handle. Probably maybe 8 inches or so in length. And then a chain. And then the chain pulls out probably about another foot and a half. And then a large metallic ball with spikes on it. As you just pull a flail from the water. This flail, the handle is very finely crafted wood. The chain and the ball on this, though, look to be almost too pure to be silver. Looks almost, well, actually, I'm gonna, yeah, so they just look like a really, really fine silver. And as soon as you pull it out of the water, it just stops swirling.
I'm just gonna hold it in my hand and look at Taryn, and I'm like, you think they heard?
More than a large portion of my brain thought that you were gonna unplug like a bathtub right there. So
Yeah, same.
So, hey, someone heard.
And I see the metal. Can I identify the metal?
Go ahead, give me an intelligence check.
Can I do like a religion check? Like, is there a primary weapon of Onatar, or something like his followers use? Like, obviously fine
Yeah.
crafted stuff, but
Can I use my tools to help me identify?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
holy shnikes!
How does the handle feel? Like, is it cold?
No, it feels warm to your touch.
Oh,
And
I
it-
like that.
And this feels really well balanced too.
I got a 22 on that.
Okay, so with the,
27 for me.
all right, so with the 22, this is platinum.
Whew. Bro, that
How's-
is an expensive mace.
Halceris, with a 27, you kind of reaching inward, and that prayer that you just muttered kind of rings again in your head, and you're getting almost the same sort of energy off of this flail that you got off of the small round crystal
Oh, the artifact.
and that scale that you guys dug out of that other meteor.
Oh shit.
I approach Ro, say, because I didn't hear all your stalking before, but okay. Just be like, the gods choose wisely. I believe that this is a gift that will, because in my mind, like religious speaking, like this looks like a holy weapon that's gonna be used to like, fiendish and things is gonna be like bad day, I imagine.
You kind of get a feeling like similar to the other two objects that you have found out of those meteorites, that there's more to it than what you're sensing right now. But you're sensing that you're catching just that little bit of dormant something within it.
I believe this requires more study, but I think it will serve you well. Onatar smiles upon you.
Are we sure that he smiled on me and not one of you two? I just grabbed it.
I pretty much only use a bow, so I don't think that's going to help me any. But Halceris, on the other hand,
I believe that Onatar made this known to you first, Ro. I believe that this is hand on the shoulder. This is of the divine.
Look at you. You got it something really special.
went to the shrine and all I got was this. Oh yeah, no, it's pretty nice. Never mind.
I look up.
Jane.
I look up really quickly. You got anything for me? No? All right.
I hear Tyrion and I toss him the hammer.
So, Taryn, as you kind of say that, you feel some water get splash up into your face from the fountain.
Yep, you're right. Need a
And-
bath.
And now, as you look down, you see Echo there just.
She is a servant of the gods. We should have known.
I walk away.
She's not a servant of the gods. She's a splasher of the gods.
Yeah.
I tried.
It was an attempt.
How does it feel? Yeah. Well, let us leave out of this sacred place and then give it this way. That's just-
Sure.
Walk out of the temple.
Yeah, I'll linger for a sec and look into the water, and just say, I don't know if this is supposed to be an answer, but thanks. I can't lose anyone else, so if you could, yeah, and then I'm just gonna.
Okay. As you turn to walk away, you just feel a very gentle hand kind of on your shoulder.
It's Tavern.
No, there's nobody there. And it's almost calming in a way.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
I guess I'll get outside and swing it around.
Okay. So as you kind of go away, you take this flail and you start swinging it around, and it is very balanced. Normally, for a weapon like this, you would actually need to have a fair amount of strength to wield. However, something with this one, the way it's weighted and designed, you can actually use either your strength or dexterity for this weapon.
Freaking cool.
You just got an upgraded whip. Nice work.
Yeah, what's what's
A
the
whip with an end on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Um,
I've still got to create it in
Okay, okay.
Shard. But it is the same stats right now as a flail.
Okay.
Only the difference is you can use your dexterity instead of your strength.
Got it. Cool.
Yep.
I'll just put in regular flail for now, so I have it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shard.
Yeah, and Shard makes it really easy for me to do stuff like that. I'll be able to throw that.
They do indeed.
They do. It's the tools and stuff they use are great. But what are you all doing now?
Sleep. We should go get a meal, a beer, and sleep.
Where do you
necessarily in that
intend to
order.
go?
Head out.
Okay.
Yeah, just out.
All right. So you work your way back up out of the cogs,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and you enter the lower portion of the city of Sharn. Now you have the double barrel, which is in Lower Memphis, where you stayed before. There are other taverns throughout the city, as well as your airship up at the docks.
And we still have rooms in the. No, we don't, because you guys were arrested. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think perhaps the ship is best.
Yeah, let's double time to the ship and get some rest.
All right. So
I will flag a taxi, or the
okay.
shuttle.
All right. You're able to flag down a taxi and work your way up. The sun sets as you work your way towards the upper part of the city. And you work your way over to your airship. You get there and you see Shalindra still there doing her normal daily tasks. There's a couple other ships at dock right now. And your ship is still sitting there, empty, as all of your crew are still currently on shore leave until you send who was your first mate?
Oh, what's his face? The
Richter
captain
was the
dude.
first move.
Richter.
Richter.
Yep.
Richter. Yes, thank you.
What's his face?
What's
So-
his face?
It's a
So
good name. We should keep
Richter-
that one.
Richter is still there because he's the one that you would tell, hey, get everybody back, we're leaving.
Sure.
But
I
he's
imagine the
only one-
twins are also. Oh, the twins aren't there.
Nope.
Okay.
No. Everybody's out enjoying the revels, getting some drinks, having, doing what you do when you go to a major port city. Only this is an aerial port city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he sees you all approaching. Aye, Captain. Been a minute. We set sail again soon.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah,
me.
that's you, Ro. You're the captain, remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Soon.
So should I get the men together?
Yeah, give them the night to whatever it is, and then maybe in the morning they can haul ass back here.
Aye, aye, Captain. You see, he kind of walks past you guys off, heading into the city to go gather your crew, or at least to inform them.
Shore
Last
lives
night
over.
ashore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure I don't want any sad, didn't get to meet his girl kind of, you know?
Anyway, let's go to the galley. I'm gonna pull out that alchemy jug and I'm gonna make us some. Are we feeling wine or whiskey? What are we doing tonight?
Yes.
Whiskey.
Both
I can only do one at a time.
whiskey.
Whiskey.
Although I was gonna say, although we do have a couple of casks of wine down. Yeah,
Whiskey.
Yeah. Okay.
Before, like, as we left the cogs and like made it back into the lower city, and then like coming up here, Halceris has been kind of head on a swivel looking for halflings that might be tracking us.
Okay.
My passive perception is now 20, so that I'd like to also do that. But I have 3 questions. Might be 2.
42, 12, and 3.
Done and done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all I needed. But anyway,
What you got?
One, would I be able to, on the way back to the ship, buy a new set of clothing? We can hand wave it. I just need to know if I could get some more clothes. There's some different clothes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cool. 2, did Scales think about joining the crew?
So he told you he would get back with you when you got
Spent
ready
about
to
4
depart.
minutes and then decided no.
Right? Shit, what was the 3rd question? I just had it. Yeah, 43.
While he's thinking, I am probably just just kind of like gently like swaying the flail as I walk, and also just keeping an eye out for my brother.
Okay.
Actually, I probably, before we go back to the ship, I'd actually probably want to visit my madre.
Okay.
Well,
I go with Ro.
before we leave. Tomorrow we have all day. Just
Okay, then yeah, before we leave is fine too.
Okay.
Yeah, because tonight we need sleep. It is sleep and whiskey time. Yes.
Yeah,
When I-
yeah,
yeah.
And I-
that's fine.
Whenever
Yeah.
Ro does that, I'm with Ro. But the 3rd question was, fuck, I lost it again. Oh, any mail? Do I have any? Do I have any?
Okay, so the current postal services are not running at the moment. That's something you will have to check back with first thing in the morning.
There's no
Fine.
post on Sundays.
Very well. I'll check back
And
on
tomorrow
some-
is Sunday. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll check back on tomorrow. It's all fine. Oh well.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, so they are currently, at this point, they are currently closed.
All right. Those are my 3 questions. And,
Okay.
Did
Alceris,
I?
go ahead and give me perception.
Okay. I'm gonna take advantage. Use the last of my gift of luck.
Okay.
Oh, good. 22.
And I need to make a roll.
Hmm.
Okay. So as you're kind of going along, every once in a while, you see a small statured individual kind of pop around a corner and then pop back in. And then as you kind of get near that alleyway, they're not there anymore. But you kind of get the impression that there may be a few individuals keeping tabs on your travels.
Mhm. Very well. Do we plan to treat with Mr. Boromar, or
Yeah,
we-
I imagine.
Do we still have his money?
well, I mean,
No,
we
not
spent
by a
some
long
of it.
shot. We spend a good portion. Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, what if we just gave the money back? But that doesn't seem like it.
Well, so part of the arrangement with him giving you the advance was the understanding that something might happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so
the contract.
the money he advanced you if something happened and the forge was destroyed, you
Non-refundable.
kind of writing it off as it is what it is.
Okay.
It was not. It was a non-refundable advance.
Deposit.
payment, so-
But he did
Deposit,
make the
yeah.
note that if you all were to deceive him,
Yeah, I remember that part.
he would make sure that he got his money back out of your hides, essentially.
We gotta lie real well.
Very well. In the morning, I think a few things we all need to sit down and sort out about where we are going next. I have messages I need to send and queries to make, but I think now more than ever, rest is earned.
Okay.
Yeah. I put Biscuit and Ursula in charge of the watching the top decks for a little bit.
Okay. Yep, and they're almost like playing in a way. They're kind of feeling each other out, getting used to each other.
All right.
Is
Tomorrow.
Biscuit
we'll
like
deal
the
with-
beta?
Biscuit's the goodest boy, so that's what's always going to be the case.
I mean, Biscuit has basically been with you guys since episode 1. With that, that little snafu of him getting kidnapped and everything, or dog napped. But
Again,
he's pretty much
taken
been with
care
you
of.
since you guys first left New Seer.
He like shows the new like mecha friends the ropes.
Yeah. He's he's the mentor. Like you see him kind of going around almost like he's giving Ursula the tour of the ship.
Oh baby.
Biscuit senpai. Alright.
And he's constantly, you see though, he's constantly trying to make himself seem bigger.
Oh baby.
Yeah. Trying to think,
All right.
what is? But yeah, I think eating and some relaxing, some healing. I'm trying to think if I have anything I can do. Yeah, I don't have a lot of spells for downtime stuff, so
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you all find.
I show Talion around the ship.
Oh, right. So he's just kind of.
What is his role gonna be?
He's very quiet. He's very just reserved right now. He's still trying to take everything into his new understanding of life.
I will expend a 4th level cure wounds to pop him all the way back up to, I guess, 2nd level.
Okay.
Cure him, get him
What
all
up?
taken care of.
What about
She's
Brienne?
gone.
She's
I mean, well,
gone.
she's still not alive. The brain's in the jar. The brain's kind of being preserved.
No,
But
she
there's no-
So we used the. Remember, we used the thing before we took the crystal out to bring her back. That was the plan.
You said we could
You
kind
just
of
kind of hand waved it.
Okay.
retconned it.
So okay.
I would
So,
assume that she would have stayed with the other.
yeah, she would have stayed down there to try to help them out.
Yeah, and figure
Okay.
out her own.
Yeah.
That's
I rolled-
fine.
I rolled double ones on cure wounds.
Oh,
So
ouch.
that's 7 points of healing with a 2nd
Oh.
level spell.
that hurts.
That's
fine.
garbage.
That really hurts. Yeah. Okay. After all is said and done, you all lay down to try to find yourself some rest for the evening. Night goes by, and you all open your eyes. And the morning is yours.
I just want to
Mhm.
say, I spent a good portion of the night staring at the half mask that I've yet to, I bonded banded it to the shadow, but I've yet to don it. So I've just been contemplating that before
Okay.
going into my trance. And in the morning, it's a bit of a costume change. So instead of the cloak and shadows covering half the face, I'm going more for a rogue motif instead of a ranger. So I'm no longer wearing the rogue. The new clothes that I bought, it's basically like athletic wear
Okay.
under the scale mail. So
Tyrion spandex. Okay. we gotcha.
yes, it's basically like spandex. You know, you see a guy running down the street in all Nike gear. It's basically that, you know, with a hoodie, sweatpants, boots with under the scale mail, and just with the hood, and no more shadows aren't covering the face. Hair is in like a half up, a half up, half down type of style, and just more, how to say, I guess open, more open
Okay.
to outward appearance. You know, when it's time to do whatever, I'll, you know, throw up the hood or do whatever. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, closer. Yeah, I'm closer to like an Assassin's Creed character more than just a ranger. So yeah, sticking to that rogue aesthetic.
Okay. All right. You all open your eyes and you come to in the morning. What do you wish to do?
Christ, we didn't have a bad dream.
I'm gonna make breakfast.
Okay.
We got let's see. Oh, this is perfect. So all four of us that are currently here in person get temporary hit points.
So Echo will get it too.
Well, no, because it's up to my proficiency bonus.
Oh,
in
okay.
people. So the four of
Gotcha.
us that are
Okay.
exactly. So
Okay, so it's just,
just
the four of
makes
you. Okay.
makes my
Yeah.
math easier.
Nope, that works.
And where's my feature? There it is.
Ro, would you like to head to the hospital this morning?
Yeah, please.
Of course.
You guys hear the sound of the crowd outside, some music playing off in the distance as you're getting ready for the morning.
I think just I don't know, eat for breakfast, and then do we all wish to go to the hospital, or does anyone have anything? I think probably this evening, we can see the Boromars.
I would like to get that out of the way as soon as we can, but if we need to go to the
Yes,
go to the
but I
hospital
would.
first.
Yes, but Meta, I would like to look at my spells so I'm prepared for such a situation.
Hi.
Yeah, that sounds
Um,
fair.
After breakfast, I would like to stop at my workshop, drop off some things. I'm gonna pick up one of my extra sacks. I'm gonna put a lot of my stuff in there, but I'm gonna keep the crystal where it's at.
Okay. You're just gonna keep it in the bag of holding for now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you tell us about that at all, or do you?
What? Oh, I'll tell you guys what's going on. I just was
Okay.
preparing a thing.
Yep. No, 100%. I don't know much about pocket dimensions, but if you bring that with us and then they flip it inside out, then everything
Correct.
comes out.
I have. So I'm disguising one of my extra bags as a bag of holding.
Okay.
Okay.
I put that inside of my bag of holding. It has all of my gear in it now.
Wait. Okay. Say that one more time.
I make a fake bag of holding. It does not have the function of a bag of holding. It just holds my basic,
Okay.
Basic gear. Everything else is being left in the workshop. So my artificer tools, my potions, some of the basic things you carry in a bag.
Okay.
I put that inside the bag of holding.
Okay.
And I'm taking that with me for a minute.
Okay.
And I say, I have a plan. I think we can manage, but we need to make a detour if that's at all possible.
I think the morning is.
It's not. It shouldn't be far. I remember how to get to the judge's chambers where the judge that got attacked.
Yeah. Yeah. The magistrate that you guys had seen. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find.
Okay.
All right.
Are we going to the hospital first?
We could meet back here in an hour or two.
We can all go together. And everybody gets 4 temp hit points for the day.
Yay.
Yay.
No, I just want to stop at the magistrate's office and ask him a favor.
Very well.
Okay.
Tyr and Ro, do you wish to? We will meet you at the hospital if you would like to. Just, I know you must be anxious to see your mother.
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds good.
All right.
Okay, so are you all leaving together as a group, or who's leaving first?
Is it out of our way to go to the magistrates?
Well, to leave like the Skydock area, it's all kind of one path, but then you get to a point where you do split up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Then yeah, we do that.
Okay. So as you all go to depart the ship, you get on deck and you look out on the dock that you're currently moored at, and you see numerous crates and cages are now all piled up just on the dock as if they're getting ready to be loaded onto your ship. And talking with Shalindra, you see a fairly tall black dragonborn who saw the dragonborn that Echo had interacted with at the ball. This is him.
My friend.
And he kind of stops. He looks. Ha ha! Just the people I was looking for. How you doing today? This young lady over here won't let me load. We had an arrangement. I made an arrangement with your friend over here to escort these creatures back to the Talenta Plains.
I believe
Who
you
is
are
this
mistaken,
clown?
sir. Would you you'd have to speak to our captain about that?
Yes, I have been waiting to speak with the captain. Who would the captain be?
It's me. Who are you?
Captain's hair.
Oh, I'm Hans.
Zimmer?
Hans Gruber.
Okay. So what's the deal? What are you doing? This is ours.
So I have all these creatures here that we have liberated from their captors, and they need to be returned to the Talenta Plains. I was told you may be heading out that way, and
Are
then
we
I
heading
might
out
be,
that way?
and
Yeah,
that
we
you might
can.
be able to help me.
Insight frickin' check. How serious?
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
I'm looking at Echo. Like, what did you do?
And I was like,
Long story.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
On this
Oh
stupid
yeah, let me roll
insight
too.
check.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your total though?
I'm looking it up.
Well, I rolled a 4, so
Okay.
That is 21.
Okay, 21.
I'm like puffing up like an angry cat.
so
16.
I just wanna calm roll.
So looking at him and then kind of you're getting a sense that he probably didn't make an arrangement, but he's hoping that just by showing up with everything, you guys are going to be more likely to agree to help him.
I look at the captain and I say, Captain, do I have permission to escort him off the docks?
Wait. And I just whispered to her, this could be in our vicinity. Make a little extra coin on the side.
We have
We're
business.
gonna need to discuss this
I mean, of course. Of
as
course
a
we can
group.
discuss it.
You,
Yeah.
sir, Hans Grub,
Yes, Captain.
make yourself scarce for like a few hours, or you can sit here and watch the animals. Either way, not going on the ship for a while. So
So I can't start loading them on now?
no, you cannot. No.
And I'm gonna make a semi-guttural noise at Ursula, and she's gonna start making sparks come out of her mouth. Just nothing heavy, just like she's preparing for something.
Okay. You see he kind of looks down and backs up a little bit from Ursula. Ro, while you're having this conversation, over his shoulder, you see coming through the crowd heading towards the dock, you see Alistair
God.
pushing your mom in a wheelchair. Heading, and she looks like she's awake and coherent.
Hans, sit here. Don't move. Don't talk to anyone. Don't even look at the ship. Just sit.
He kind of looks at you, goes over and just plops down onto one of the crates.
Great. Just stay put till we get you. Okay. Someone else's problem now, and I'm a run.
I follow Ro and just
Before-
I shrug at him and just and follow Ro.
Okay, so they seem to be heading to you. They're heading your direction.
Yeah, I'm just running to meet them,
Okay.
and I'll like drop to my knees in front of the wheelchair.
Can we get a slow-mo pan on this? That'd be great.
Well,
Yeah,
so,
like pushing through the crowd.
Taryn,
Yes.
something else catches your eye as Rose starts to run that way.
All right.
In one of the cages, you see what looks to be two familiar looking individuals. Actual people locked up in this one cage. One of them is missing the lower half of his right leg.
Oh shit.
Who do I see, Phil? Who are these people?
Give me a history check.
Not Echo's parents, right?
I got an 11.
It's Echo's mom and
I
dad.
recognize these people.
I immediately run to the cage and break it open. I just go to the cage.
Okay. So,
What the?
as you start to go to the cage, the crowd bursts into a panic and they start to run. You don't know what from. And we're actually going to pick up right here
No, let me stop.
in 2 weeks.
No, let me
No.
see what I was.
You're going to wait. We're going to end it a little early today, but this is where we are going to pick up. So next week, unfortunately, we will not be here live. I got a business trip I have to go on, but hopefully we'll be back the following week. And we're going to pick up with Rose's brother and mom coming to the docks. This strange guy trying to put animals on the ship who seems to have Echo's parents trapped in one of the cages.
Just all of our vulnerabilities all gathered in one central location.
No.
Nothing can go wrong with this, right?
No, I mean, it's not like we're hovering thousands of feet above the ground.
I think my face is stuck like this.
But yeah, I definitely want to stop here though, because one, I would love to have Echo here with us for this as well. So yeah, before we go ahead and go rate a friend, let's just go ahead and remind everybody of a few things we got going on here at the Games Tavern.
Yes. If ye enjoyed our show this evening, please try our other programs we have here at the Games Tavern. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction continues. Our stalwart adventures are halfway to real freedom, but the last part of the Heart of Fire is in the hands of a dangerous group of Nightwalkers. And now, they are on the trail, escaping the city. We also have the Omega Files on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's our Call of Cthulhu game, set in a modern era. Mysteries, intrigue, and danger loom around every corner for whatever brave soul shows up. Cthulhu, much like the Kraken.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. Subscribing is free and you don't miss any of the action. And you get access to all of our shows and all of our content and all the wonderful things. Your likes and positive comments mean a great deal to us and help bring new tavern goers in. So please go do that right now after we rate a friend.
Yes.
All right.
What's the matter there?
Yeah, be sure to visit 1985games.com and check out their mystery dice packs and other great tools for your games, all right? And if you use our special show code Dirty Deeds 1985, no spaces, you can get a 10% discount on your services, on your purchases, huh? All right, that sounds great, huh? 10%.
10%.
Great, 10%. Alrighty.
And as always, a ginormous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring our show. We love Shard Tabletop. We really do. Makes life really easy for us, for the DM. Good stuff. Go to the link in chat to check it out yourself and use the code TGTShard20 to get your 20% discount on your DM Pro and other subscriptions.
That's
Yar,
20%.
the savings
20%.
be
Yeah,
severe.
20%. Yeah, it's a lot of
All right.
percentage.
And with that, we look forward to having you again with us here in a couple of weeks to see what's going on here at the Skydock of Sharn. Stay dirty, everyone.
Bye.
Laters.